When reviewing a stock, looking at a company's history can lead to more informed investment decisions. And this is something that I enjoy doing, as there are some wild stories on how some companies got started.
Please tell me.
The original idea for YouTube was to be a dating site. That idea didn't last long, as in 2004 when Janet Jackson had her famous wardrobe malfunction at the Super Bowl, the three founders of YouTube knew they had a better idea. After they were unable to find the incident online, they started working on code for a site where people could upload their own content. Janet Jackson was the #1 search on the internet for 2 years. 1 year after launching in 2006, YouTube was purchased by Google for $1.65 billion. And this was an excellent investment, as in 2024 alone, YouTube generated $50 billion in revenue. While Google has been a major success story of its own, it may have not have had the same fortunes if it stuck to its original name, Backrub. The name was to reference the search engine's backlinks to websites.
Sounds hot.
The name only lasted a year, as in 1998, it was changed to Google, which is a play on words on the number 1 followed by 100 zeros. Speaking of dating sites and backrubs, even Nintendo has a history in romance. When the profits of the Japanese card company dried up in the 1960s, Nintendo tried their hand at other businesses, including taxi services, toy making, and even love hotels. Love hotels are rented out by the hour, and nowadays are very common across Japan, but at the time, they weren't held in such high regard. Now that'll make you think about some of their video game names. Luckily for Mario fans, Nintendo's Love Hotels didn't make it out of the 60s. The success of their Ultra Hand toy got them on the right track to being a market leader in the video game industry. While Nintendo was trying its hand at love, garbage collection company Waste Management had a different strategy for growth.
That lumber in his teeth. Now let him know you're there.
Co-founder Wayne Huizinga started it all with one garbage truck in his early years, and he used aggressive sales tactics to grow his book of business. He also made sure no one took advantage of him. Although he always denied the allegations, in 1961, Wayne Huizinga was successfully sued by a customer that wasn't paying his bill, which resulted in the guy getting permanent damage to his testicles. Nowadays, Waste Management is a completely different company, as Wayne left in 1984. After Wayne left WM, he made additional fortunes buying and selling other businesses, including Blockbuster and AutoNation. Under Wayne's watch, Blockbuster was opening up a new store every 24 hours, and AutoNation became the #1 auto dealer in the US. He was also the first person to own teams in 3 major sports, with the Miami Dolphins, the Florida Marlins, and the Florida Panthers. Before Procter Gamble sold everything from Pampers to Gillette razors, 2 men from Cincinnati, Ohio married sisters in the 1830s. Being well before the light bulb was invented, William Procter was a candle maker, while James Gamble made soap. With similar supplies in candles and soap, it was the father-in-law that recommended they merge together to save on costs. This was sound advice, as a more efficient Procter & Gamble was able to position itself to win contracts to supply Union troops with soap and candles during the American Civil War.
Did we just become best friends? Yep!
This allowed the company to expand across the US. Fast forward to 2024, Procter & Gamble is the largest consumer goods company in the world, and their headquarters is still in Cincinnati, Ohio. On the other side of the Civil War, there was a Georgian pharmacist that got stabbed in the chest, and although he survived due to his chronic pain, he became addicted to morphine. With his medical background, he created a drink to help him with his addiction, and Coca Cola was born. Now, the 1800s recipe was very different than the one we enjoy today, as the original had a bit of an extra kick.
That is not snow. It's 64 degrees.
Coca-Cola also played a key role in popularizing the iconic look of Santa as a joyous fat man in a red suit. Before the annual ad campaign started in 1931, Santa came in all shapes, sizes, and even outfits. At the same time Santa was appearing in Coca-Cola ads, 2 Nazi brothers from Germany had established themselves as successful shoemakers. After World War I, the 2 vets started making shoes out of their mother's laundry room. The Dassler Brothers Shoe Company got its big break at the 1936 Berlin Olympics, when American Jesse Owens won 4 gold medals while wearing the brothers' product. Following the Olympics, global shoe sales exploded, and is one of the reasons why the Americans salvaged the shoe company after the Second World War. Now, the brothers hadn't been getting along for a while, and after World War II, they went their separate ways to set up their own shoe companies. The younger brother Adi named his company Adidas, while the older brother Rudolph named his Puma. It's pretty crazy how there's a story behind every stock ticker. Feel free to reach out with your financial questions. I'm Gavin Webb. See you next time.